Hey there, my viewers. It's your host here once again. It is Rai, and I'm going to discuss a lot of good stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this edition of whatever I want to call this blasted audio version. So here goes. Now, the first thing I want to kick off is about the Super Bowl commercials. Now, back in the day, they came up with some classic, some awesome commercials, okay? Like the frogs, the Bud Weiser, the Clydesdale, the Budweiser ones, and the What's Up, those guys on the phone, and classic ones, and there's much more. Cindy Crawford with the Pepsi one back in the day, and there's a lot of them. I just can't think of them off my top of my head. So, and there's a lot of them were not that great. Waste of airtime during the Super Bowl era. Now sometimes the game is very boring, and on the other hand, the commercials is way better than the game. Or on the other hand, the halftime show is 10 times better than the game and the commercials. You following me? So, the one that really stands out for me, this is just my point of view because I'm the host, is Kevin Hart is being a strictly protecting dad over the daughter dating, with that the watch and that, what I'm saying. It's a Honda first dating starring Kevin Hart. He's a comedy dude. He's very funny, and he has an upcoming movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson this summer, I think. Another one I think was very hilarious is Steven Tyler with Skittles. That is awesome. The portrait, oh, that was classic. I think it was good. The Mountain Dew one, the monkey baby. I didn't care for that one. They're just my theory. That was number 18. Skittles is number 19, and the first date was number 20. LG Man, I guess I don't see that one. I guess it's a cell phone one. I must have missed that one. The Pepsi one, that's pretty decent. Number 16, another car commercial. It's Christopher Walker. He's an actor. He's old as hell, but everybody's getting old these days. Another truck commercial. Man, we see a lot of truck commercials. Jesus. Number 14, the alien one. Want to go to Mexico, I think. I'll probably botch it. I'm just trying to hurry up. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 13, Moving Day. I don't know if I've seen that one. Maybe I have. Okay, number 12, Squarespace. Oh, that one was very funny with Dan Marino and all that. And Mrs. Elliott. Now, this one I saw on YouTube when they talk about missile call and this is a gay card, and I don't care for that one. Pepsi commercial. T-Mobile, I don't care for that one. With what's his face in it? I forgot. Snickers, Marilyn Manson. That was a funny one. Number 6. I'm just gonna skip it. The beer commercial. Hands, the ketchup. Budweiser, number 5. I'm just skipping these. The Super Bowl babies. Why the hell didn't I mention the Bears or the Colts or the Giants? I think Giants, but some teams they didn't mention, so that's kind of stupid. What else? Let me see here. Number 1 is the Bud Light party. With everyone is like a campaign. The two. I think I liked it. Okay, probably I screwed up there, but sorry. Okay, Now I am going to discuss about the halftime show. I think it was could do way better, especially it's the 50 years in the making of the Super Bowl. I think it was all overwhelming. A lot of people didn't like Beyonce, and a lot of people on social media, like on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, they're not very happy. But things happen. I think they kind of rushed the free concert. The reason I'm saying a free concert because the people who paid for the Super Bowl tickets get a free concert. You know what I'm saying? Um, I thought they're gonna bring some legends in or some old school rock and roll people, but they're getting old, so they're not gonna be here anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Or probably can't perform it well. So I don't know. I just say my brother liked it. It was okay. Nothing really spectacular. They honor some people from back in the day, like Michael Jackson, YouTube. I think Beautiful Day. The early days of the halftime show. Um, Now this was not the best halftime show of all time in Super Bowl history. Probably Whitney Houston is still on top of the food chain. Still number one. I know she passed away, a couple years ago. She'd still be with us, but drug issues. Now, I'm going to discuss about the game. Overall, my point of view only. I am not a Carolina fan. I am not a Denver Bronco fan. That game was very, very slow pace. Took forever to finish. Congratulations to the Denver Broncos. Won the very first championship Super Bowl since '98. So they were overdue. I know a lot of people out there who are listening will not agree with me. I think the referees had a lot of bad calls against the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers are a hell of a good team. They had a great season. They dominate in the playoffs, but when it comes down to the Super Bowl, they just fell apart. And Cam Newton, I'm not too sure if you've seen it on TV or on the internet, but he avoid media, so he's a big baby. I guess he's a sore loser, but I don't know. I don't know what they'll say, but Peyton Manning, the only reason he came back to play again to get another ring, and he did. He accomplished his dreams. So now he can hang it up, go in the Hall of Fame. He has nothing to prove. He has nothing to prove when he won a championship with the Colts. But for some reason, these players these days have the ego. They want to win more championships more than one. Now, if you watch the end of the game, the press box with all the Manning family, Eli had like a weird look on his face. So what the hell? Now my brother has 2 rings. Now I gotta outdo him. Probably next year or beyond. You know what I'm saying? It's just a brother versus brother a duel. Of course they won't admit it, but you could tell on Eli's face that he was not very happy that his older brother got another ring. From my point of view, Manning is a way better quarterback than Eli. That's just my point of view. Not because championships and more playoff appearances for Manning. He was in the league longer than Eli. He's a better quarterback. He's not a choke artist like Eli is. Down the crunch time, but last time the Patriots. I'm sorry, I screwed up there. Last time the Broncos went to the Super Bowl with Manning, they got their butt kicked against Seattle Seahawks. And I thought that would be a better game. Now, this past Sunday, I thought will come down to the wire. Like a field goal or a winning touchdown. Or for the first time in Super Bowl history, it will be an overtime session. I want it to happen so bad. I don't know. Every time I say that, it did not happen, but there's always next year. Now, there's no more football until, August or September. I don't give a darn about preseason. I just concentrate on the season. But next month is a free agency. That means anyone out there could pick up someone if they are not available. So I will look out for that. I mean, there's always gonna be football news 24/7, but not the games. So it sucks. Next year, the Super Bowl will be in Houston, Texas, home of the Houston, Texas. So that's a beautiful stadium. Last time they hosted the Super Bowl was Super Bowl. I forget what Super Bowl was, but I know it was 2003, I think, or 2002. It was the Charlotte. Man, what is wrong with me? I gotta concentrate. It was the Carolina Panthers versus the New England Patriots that year. It was a great game. I think it came down to a field goal. So and I think the people who watch that game, over 5,000 million people or more, tune in to watch the big game. Not because of the Super Bowl. Overall, the halftime, the commercials, and last but not least, the game itself. I think a lot of people bet against the Panthers. Yeah, I put a poll on Twitter, and who they think they're gonna win, Panthers or Denver. 100% says at the time Panthers because they had a great year, and Manning did not play this whole entire season very well, and they put the backup in. He did pretty good, and then later in the season he got benched, and they put in Manning because he just had surgery a couple weeks prior to the playoffs. So the old man won it. That is good. What jersey is he gonna be retired as? The Denver Broncos or the Indianapolis Colts? For me, it's gonna be the Colts. He's been longer. He got drafted. He won his very first championship there. He had a lot of great games in Indianapolis. The stadium's not there anymore because they tore down. That was a newer. Man, I got to think before I talk. It's a newer stadium. I've never been there, but it's like a warehouse. It is beautiful downtown Indianapolis. So I don't know what else to say. I was wondering if you watch a game on Sunday. I was just curious. Are you gonna pick up a championship hat or a championship shirt if it's available in your area? I don't think it's gonna be available in this area because we don't live in Denver. Or maybe the only way you can find it on I'm sorry, I screwed up there. On I did it again, on NFL.com. That's what I'm trying to say. You might get some free shipping. I don't know. If you want to spend the money on that shirt, they're representing your team. Now, last time, the Denver quarterback named John Elway, he was the oldest quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl. I think it was 38. Manning's 39, so he topped him. Now, if I was paying Manning, he should do the same thing like John Elway did. Walk into the sunset as a champion. You know what I'm saying? I know John Elway is in the upper management position now. Now, if Manning does not play anymore next season, I think he should help a team out. But we'll see what happens. Sorry I went a little overboard with the special edition. I love give my thoughts on the game in the commercials and the halftime show. The halftime show snaps like that. It went too fast, but the game was very, very slow. It was all defense. Now, on my paper, it says in the paper today, it says the Denver Broncos are the best defense of all time. Now, the guy from the 85 Bears says, I forget what he says, there's always beef between the 85 Bears and some other team who've been dominating. So, I don't know. 85 Bears were the best team in that era. The Broncos are the best team in this era, defense. Now, Manning and Cam Newton did not performed very well in the Super Bowl. Go figure, you know. Hopefully next year it will be a better outcome on the quarterbacks. Whoever is in the Super Bowl next year, or yeah, next year, um, I don't know. So, who would you like to be in the halftime show next year? I love your opinions down below. So, this is your friend here, right? Is gonna wrap this special edition of, I don't know what I'm gonna call this title. So look out for it. And thanks again for listening. And hopefully you listen up. Hopefully you like this special edition. If not, then oh well. Probably do this next year and beyond. I should have done this last year. I didn't have thought of it. So have a good one and look out for my Broncos and Panthers reaction kind of thing, how they did and all good stuff. So once again, congratulations to the Super Bowl champions, Denver Broncos. You deserve it. You had a great run to the playoffs and all the way to the Super Bowl. 50 years of the Super Bowl. Cannot believe it already. 50 years. So I'm signing off here. Tell your friends, your family to check out this special edition. Maybe you want to send this in their email. Have a good day. So that's about it. I am missing football already. I know it has not been, it's only been a couple of days, but still, it feels so weird now. What am I going to do on Sundays now? I have to figure out something to do. Have a good one.